The thin blue line, unveiling police misconduct in modern society. The phrase thin blue line frequently conjures up images of police officers and their sense of protection, duty, and sacrifice. It represents the line separating chaos and order, law, and lawlessness. But as reports of police misbehavior have surfaced, this symbol has come under intense criticism in recent years, casting doubt on the public's understanding of law enforcement and calling for a reconsideration of their place in contemporary society. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we are delving into a topic that is as important as it is controversial: police misconduct in modern society. This is a pressing issue that affects communities around the world, and we are here to shine a light on the thin blue line that too often protects those who betray the badge. Number 6. A historical perspective. Keeping the peace and protecting the public have always been the responsibilities of the police. The goal of establishing modern policing in the 19th century was to produce an organized, responsible force that would enforce the law with objectivity. But there have also been cases of discrimination, power abuse, and corruption throughout the history of law enforcement. Police misbehavior is not a new phenomenon. Examples include the 1960s suppression of civil rights movements and the implementation of discriminatory legislation during the Jim Crow era. The structural problems that still afflict law enforcement today have their roots in these historical incidents. Number 5. Modern incidents and public outcry. High-profile incidents of police misbehavior and brutality in recent years have provoked large-scale demonstrations and public uproar. The demises of notable figures such as Eric Garner, George Floyd, and Breonna Taylor have come to represent a larger structural issue in police agencies across the country. Due to the widespread use of social media and smartphone cameras, many occurrences have received quick international attention, sparking movements such as Black Lives Matter and driving the need for extensive police changes. Number 4. Factors contributing to police misconduct. Misconduct by police continues for a number of reasons. One of the biggest problems is a culture of impunity, in which law enforcement officials hardly ever face penalties for their conduct. The blue wall of silence, an unspoken norm among officers to shield their colleagues, complicates efforts to hold wrongdoers accountable, and internal police investigations frequently lack transparency and accountability. Inadequate training, systematic racism, and a dearth of resources for officers' mental health are among important elements that aggravate the issue. Number 3. The impact on communities. When police wrongdoing occurs, there are serious and wide-ranging repercussions. These instances create an atmosphere of fear and anger among impacted populations, especially underprivileged and minority groups, by undermining their trust in law enforcement. When police personnel who are sworn to serve and protect the public start abusing their power and turning violent, it fundamentally undermines the social compact between the public and the police. Effective police is hampered by this mistrust, which also makes it more difficult to combat crime and uphold public safety. Number 2. Calls for reform and accountability. As the public's awareness of police misconduct has grown, calls for accountability and reform have become more and more common. Revisions to use of force guidelines, the establishment of independent oversight organizations, and enhanced transparency in police operations are among the suggested reforms. Better training programs that prioritize de-escalation strategies, cultural competency, and mental health awareness are also being pushed for. Some support transferring money from police departments to neighborhood-based initiatives that deal with issues like poverty, mental health care, and education as the main contributors to violence. Number 1. The path forward. The problem of police misconduct necessitates a comprehensive strategy that extends beyond cosmetic changes. It entails tearing down the deeply ingrained structures of privilege and power that let wrongdoing to continue, as well as mending the rift between law enforcement and the communities they protect. In order to be truly accountable, an environment where moral behavior is expected and where law enforcement officials are encouraged to carry out their duties of protecting and serving without resorting to wrongdoing must also be established. In conclusion, the thin blue line that protects police misconduct must be dismantled in order to create a more just and accountable society. It is up to all of us to demand transparency, accountability, and justice from our law enforcement agencies. Together, we can work towards a future where the badge is a symbol of protection and service, not abuse of power. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more thought-provoking content on our channel. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more videos on important social issues.